me, Wilma Fingerdoo, your suet pudding with another Drag Queen approved video. And today, oh, look what I got. What did I get? What is it? Beauty Moon Cosmetics. Now, I know I'm a whore for Beauty Moon Cosmetics, but I come by it honestly. I have been buying from Booty Moon. Ooh, there's another company that's waiting to be discovered. I've been buying from Beauty Moon Cosmetics since the first day I heard of them, and I have never been disappointed. In fact, Beauty Moon Cosmetics is the reason that I've been using glitters and shimmers and multichromes, because that was a whole world to me that was like, what do I do with this? But it's such a great company. Now, they just had a new release, and I'm unboxing it here with you now. It was the Medusa collection. There's a palette. There's an eye primer in black, shut your face, and 2 pigmented glitters. Now, I think there was some snake jewelry and stuff. I never get jewelry because it's not big enough for us drag queens, I'm just saying. But it was well packaged. As you can see, we got some paper noodles and lots of pink bubble wrap, which I love to save the pink bubble wrap because I use it when I wrap stuff up to send to people. Because everyone makes a comment, oh, it's pink! So, let me talk you through these products. First off, we have, I'm going to be using them all today too. First off, it's the Beauty Moon Black Eye Primer, or eyeshadow base. It's an eyeshadow base. That's what it is. But Tori, the owner of, and this is what it looks like when it comes out of the package. It's just a nice little squeezy bottle, but it's got an applicator. And the reason it has an applicator is not just so you can put it on your eye easier, it's also a lipstick. And it dries super, super quick. So I'm going to be using that today. Not this. I don't know if I'll use it on my lid. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The other products that I was very excited because I bought that and I bought these 2 products. These are glitter pigments. This one is Underworld. And when I saw these on the website, I lost my mind. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but this is just the blackest glitter primer you have ever seen. I'm just gonna, I don't know if you can see it here, but it's a pigment, so it needs an adhesive. You can't just stick it on your eyelid like an eyeshadow. And so I have some adhesives that I'm going to be trying. The other one that I got was Stone Tears, and it is a silver, like very silver. I have a fan running, so I don't want to have this spill, but that's what it looks like in the container. And if I can get some on my finger, this is what it looks like once you get it kind of onto something. I'm very excited to use these. And again, they're pigments, so they go on better with either, I use the, this is my favorite, it's the Jolie Glitter Gel Fix. You can get this at Jolie Cosmetics. It's a British company. If you're not British, then you can't get it. This is their best product. As far as the rest of the company goes, but this is the best product they sell, is this gel. So I'm going to be using that with the glitter primers. But what was funny was I was talking to Tori, and she said, oh, you didn't get the palette for the Medusa thing. And I was like, no, and for 2 reasons. I'm trying to watch my money because I'm broke. And the other reason was because when I saw the color story, I thought it was nice and everything, but I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice, but I don't know if I necessarily need some of that. I'm becoming very pragmatic with my makeup choices. So Tori said, well, I'll just send you one in PR. And I was like, well, all right, I'm not going to say no to free makeup. So this comes in, it was bubble wrapped separately, which I love. And then it has its own sleeve, which is, first of all, I just want to say I knew this was going to be a different product for Beauty Moon because this palette is so grown up that it's just that relief of Medusa's face in the background and then the gold on the green. I just thought this was very, very adult compared to a lot of the other covers that Beauty Moon uses, because they they're very bright, fun, festival-centric makeup company. And their covers reflect that. So when I saw this, I was excited. And then when you open it up, I'm just going to be careful here because the plastic's on here. So this is what it looks like. And I know it looks very like, what's with all the white? These are the foam discs that come over the shimmers so that they travel better. Because if you ever have a problem with a pigment in shipping, it's usually one of the special ones. So they're all in here. I'm just going to take these off one at a time. Just do it like that and let them fall on the floor. I don't care. So this is what the whole palette looks like. And it is just a little bit of me. When I first saw pictures of this, I thought it was a lot lighter. Because I remember saying to Tori, oh, is it going to be like rich greens and golds and things? It's like, yeah. And when I saw pictures, none of these dark colors came up as dark as they are in the palette. And I'm hoping that this is filming dark so you can see it. But this is very dark, nice, bright greens. My favorite color, though, is snake skin. This weird green baby bum poo color. I don't know why. I really love it. And it just goes on beautifully. So I'm excited to use that. The other dark ones, we have a Deep Coil and Snake Bite. This is Snake Bite. Let me just see where I'm going to put that. And this is a Deep Coil. And these are some of the other greens that are in this palette. And I'm just really impressed. Let me make sure I get these all in here. I just want to make sure the color's there. But yeah, I'm really impressed with these two dark, grungy colors. And then some of these shimmers, like Venom Veil. This one here, I'm not sure what it's looking like to you, but it's pink, it's green, it's silver, it's blue. It's so good. And it's on a sheer base. I'm just going to put it right here so you can see it. It's on a sheer base. A lot of green in it, but there's, as I say, there's a lot of purples and blues and excuse me, pinks. The one that I'm obsessed with, I'll use this hand for this, is Petrify, this color in the corner. It looks very red, very black, but it also catches a goldy green edge to it. Let me just put that here. I don't know how that's looking. But yeah, it's got a real green purple. This is a magical color for sure. I'm excited to use that. As for the rest of them, I'm not going to swatch the whole thing because, as you can see, I'm a terrible swatcher. But the other colors that I am obsessed with are Sandstorm, which is this gold. Put that right there. Look at how bright that is. That's ridiculous. And then the other one is this pink one called Wrath, right here. I don't know how that looks. Get another. So I'm terrible at swatching. I'm terrible. But yeah. And then the last one that really intrigues me is Venom Veil. This beautiful, I don't know. It just looks like so many things all at the same time. It's got a gold, a green, a pink. And this is where Beauty Moon Cosmetics shines. So you're never going to get a better company at this price point to do this. Now, I don't remember how much this palette. I think it's £39, which makes it about $75, $80 Canadian, which in Canada that's expensive. In Britain it's not expensive at all. The eyeshadow primer and the glitter bases were all under £8, which puts them all under $20 Canadian. So, as I say, I bought the two pigments and the eyeshadow primer. This was PR. So, with that said, full disclosure, I am going to start my face. Ooh. As is my wont, I like to use a nice big smudger to do my initial colors. So I'm going to go right in. I'm going to start with deep coil. I don't want to go in with the darkest one yet. I'm going to start with deep coil. I've got a bake down. I'm not too worried about fallout from Beauty Moon because they tend to be really, really good at not having fallout. But let's just see. Wow, that's very dark. I want to do a double cut crease because I think with Medusa, I think more dramatic eye might be the way to go. So I am just going to shear that out. I've been noticing when I edit myself lately, well, I'm always editing myself, no one else edits me, that I make this eye smaller than this eye somehow, my crease, so I kind of look like I'm quizzical or maybe a little more intellectual than I think I am, but today I'm going to try and keep them both at the same height. I don't know how it'll go, but I'm going to give it a try. This is so unique for Tori because all of her colors are so bright and fun, and this is very dark. This is a P. Louise 280. I don't know why I'm telling you the numbers because I don't normally care what the numbers is. But the reason I like this brush is it's a flat blendy. So it's fluffy and it's blendy, but it's flat too. It's narrower than it is wide. And I like that for blending, especially a line like this, because it allows you to not let the eyeshadow get away from you as much. I just want to blend out the edge line of this. The last video I did, which was the first time using this setup, I had my mirror up like that the whole time, and I wasn't in focus for most of the video, which is one of the reasons why it's such a short, quick video. I had to edit around my faux pas, my foibles. You heard me. I hate it when my foibles get in the way. No, that's not too bad. This is a Makeup Geek brush, and it's just a nice fluffy blender. They said this was for outer V. So if you were doing this area of your eye, that's what this is for. But because it's kind of like a pencil brush in that it's kind of contained, it's not too flared, but there's some play on it. It's this is the one I'm going to use to blend in the next color. And the color I'm going to use for this, I'm just doing it. I'm going into Serpent Skin. This was a deep coil. This is the first one I used. I'm going to go into Serpent Skin. I can't get enough of that color. I don't know what it is, but I love it. So here we go. This is going on a lot darker than it looked in the pan, which I like. I thought it was a little light, but... And again, so far, no fallout. This is the thing. I do have a bake down, but I'm so used to Beauty Moon's formula not falling out as much as a lot of other... Like my last Drag Queen Approved video, I was using P. Louise, and there was fallout everywhere. And this is just an example of how formulas can differ. I like it. That's all right. And now I'm just going to rub my brush on a bar towel just to take some of the pigment off. And I'm going to go into Snake Bite, which is this one up here, this green. And it's a bluer color than the Deep Coil. The Deep Coil is more of a khaki green, and this one is more of a true blue green. So I just want to bring this out this way. And then just going to take a big fluffy. I have no idea whose this is. I don't know whose brush that is, but it's a nice clean fluffy. And I'm just going to start in the corner and blend it. Just little circles, just blend this out a little. Looking good. So funny, I don't feel like I'm using a Beauty Moon palette because it's just so dark. Dark and murky. The name of my one-woman show. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to put my eyeliner on now, and when I come back, I'll also have cut my under crease and we'll be able to do the rest of my lid. So stay tuned. Oh, so exciting. Okay, so here we are, primed, lined, and ready to go. I'm doing a double cut crease, but one of the things I like to do with a double cut crease is, even though I have a lot of this black here, I like to cover most of the lid with a shimmer or something. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go into Midnight Stone, which is this beautiful bluey, greeny, shim color. I'm going to put that on the lid part. When I use shimmery colors, I like to use a flat brush. This is a P. Louise E14. Did you see me read that gold number on a pink handle without my glasses? Oh, I don't know what's happening. I'm having a renaissance visually. And then the other one, oh, I don't know what these brushes are from. Oh, there's a name on it. What is that? Isn't that funny? I can't read that. Quo. No. MSQ. This is an MSQ brush. I have 3 or 4 of them. They're lovely gold-handled brushes. And they're all for wet products like primers, concealers, anything like that. They're all flat brushes. And so this is what I'm going to use. And the E14 from P. Louise, I'm going to use these two. This one I'm going to use for the blue, and this one I'm going to use for the other one because it's a finer line. And in fact, I think I'll start with Venom Veil, which is this beautiful topper color. I'm just going to start. Now I'm putting this on dry, and I'm not getting a lot of color transfer. So now I'm going to try, I'm going to use a setting spray. This is a P. Louise setting spray that I got in a advent calendar. So let me just, there we go. So spritz. See if that helps with this. Oh yeah. before I even really get into this, I think I need to put my primer, my gel primer on everything right now. So let me do that. I'm going to put on my Jolie gel primer. This is such a good product. I'm just going to go ahead and use that big P. Louise brush. Full coverage here. Okay, now I'm ready to go. Take Venom Veil. See if this goes on any better. I don't know if you can see, but this veil, Venom Veil, is just starting to creep over onto this black primer. And you see the difference in color, the green, where it's very pink and sheer up here, and once you put it on black, it changes color. That's what I love about primers, black primers with shim-shims. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take the bigger P. Louise brush. This is the brush that I use to put my Jolie gel primer on. I'm just giving it a wipe so it's not so wet. And I'm going into Midnight Stone. And I'm expecting this to love this black eyeliner primer. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo! Ooh. Do the other eye. Look at how foiled that is. Oh, wow, that is green. Now, I'm not loving that negative space above there. I thought that Venom Veil would look a little better on a white, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going into Sandstorm with the same brush. I'm not even wiping it off, and I'm just going to okay, so there's the beginning of it. Are you feeling like you're turning to stone yet? My Medusa gaze enticing you to freeze? No, that's fine. I'm going to clean up the under eyes. I have a bit of fallout from the shims, but they're flaky, and I expect that. So I'm going to clean up under the eye. I'm going to do my under eye. I'm going to finish my face, and then we're going to come back and talk about Beauty Moon Cosmetics' newest palette, Medusa. And there's the finished look. I'm not dressed appropriately. I'm sans jewels, but there's the look. I really like this. I have to say, I am very pleased with what's going on now. I used, for my blush, I used Poppy and Fluff's Blushing Poppies palette, and I used this orange with these two colors, and I think that's delish. I also used Beauty Moon Cosmetics lipstick. It's called Gorgeous. This was in the May or June subscription box. I can't remember when the first subscription box that Beauty Moon did. They have one available now if you want to go to their website. I have a link to the website down below. But this was the lipstick that was in there, and it's this beautiful, like, plummy, reddy pink. And then I put over top of it this fabulous Wraith shimmer. I love to use a shimmer as a lip gloss because it gives you that wet, fabulous look without your wig sticking into it. You heard me. As for the palette, I used Snakebite, Deep Coil, Serpent Skin, and I used a bit of Bronze Ritual, all for the upper eye. I prepped my eyelid with the Medusa Black eyeshadow primer, which I really like. It dries super fast. It's not as opaque as I was expecting it to be, but it does build up if you need it to be darker. I used it to start my eyeliner, but I finished my eyeliner by setting it with some powder. But I love that on my lid. And then I used Midnight Stone on my actual eyelid. But for the outer crease area, I used the fabulous pigment Stone Tears. I think this is so glittery and so sparkly and so beautiful. I can't get over myself. What's my verdict, you ask? I know, you're just dying to know. As far as the pigments go, as is my want with Beauty Moon Cosmetics, these are totally drag queen approved because I think Tori does the best pigment glitters out there, and this is proof of that. As for the Medusa eyeshadow primer, I am not going to drag queen approve this. The only reason I say that is it's a little sheer for me. I think this is an excellent product for daywalkers. I think if you are just wanting some of your multichromes and that to pop, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. But I think for on stage, you need something a little deeper. For this product, I would have to use it multiple times to build it up, wherein I think if it were a thicker consistency, it might go on more opaque right out of the gate. But the thing I love about this is it dries real super quick. So even if you're building it up, you are not waiting a lot of drying time, and you don't need a hairdryer in your face. I do like this. I have no complaints with how it worked. But as a drag queen, I don't want to be putting something on 3 or 4 times. So if you're a daywalker and you're looking for a way to really pop your multichromes and shimmers, this is a good investment, I'll tell you what. It's not expensive. The main reason for this season is the Medusa eyeshadow palette. This is stunning. I was so impressed with how everything went on. There was no fallout from the mattes. There was a bit of fallout from the shimmers that I used, but that's because they're a flaky formula anyway, so they're going to do that. Everything blended. Everything looked good. I used this beautiful obsidian fang. Is that right? Obsidian fang. The purple for under my eye. I wanted to go with a different color there just to use as many of them as possible. There are some really great, these neutrals here are beautiful. Between Serpent Skin and Bronze Ritual, there are some really nice neutral, just one and done or a couple with a shim and done combinations that you can get out of this. But all in all, I am totally going to say that the Medusa palette is drag queen approved. Look at that. Drag queen approved right then and there. I'm going to go out on a limb and just say that I don't think there is a Beauty Moon palette that I've used that isn't drag queen approved. There are a couple of palettes they have that I didn't bother with because they weren't for me. They were lighter. They were more daywalker tones and stuff like that as opposed to something that a drag queen would use. But that doesn't mean they're not good. They're not beautiful. They're not worth taking a look at. So there you go. There is the Beauty Moon Cosmetics Medusa collection that I got. As I said, I was gifted the palette but I bought the eyeshadow primer and the glitter pigments. So it was a 50-50 PR thing. Would I buy this on its own? Absolutely would. Absolutely would. Especially when I saw pictures of this, I didn't think it was for me. And then I saw a couple of videos of people using them, and I think it was Carrie Kay who did one, and she used the snake skin, and I was like, whoa. And that's when I was excited that it was being sent to me. So well done, Tori, Beauty Moon Cosmetics, and good for you if you've bought this. If you haven't, it's still available on the website. And again, there is a link to Beauty Moon Cosmetics down below in the description box. Speaking of down below, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And leave a comment. Have you got this palette? Are you looking to get this palette? Do you think you have these greens and shimmer tones in other palettes and you're fine to recreate looks to look like they came from the Medusa palette? Let me know. I love to hear how you guys react to makeup, what your thoughts are. Especially as a drag queen, the things I need makeup to do aren't the things that everyone needs makeup to do. So I always like to hear what other people think about things because, you know, it's a one-sided conversation over here. My side. Shut your face. I also have links down below to my Redbubble store where you can get Wilma merch, including this fabulous Wilhelmina tank top, if you're so inclined. And to my Patreon page where the Fingerdoo family meets twice a month for live chats. There's also a link to my OG PayPal account if you want to leave a tip or do. You can also do that using the YouTube thanks button below this screen. Thanks so much for spending some time with me, and until next time, miss me! Mwah! Seriously. Oh, she beauteous. Oh, I better not look myself too long. I'll turn to stone. I'll turn to stone!